everyone, Sarah, the Catholic Homemaker here. Today we're going to be talking all my best tips for surviving those newborn days when it's just really difficult to get through those days and survive. So welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing so we can continue to grow this community. Hit the like button, the thumbs up button if you like this video, and hit the notification bell for all notifications so you know when I post, which is every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. My first tip is having that emotional, spiritual support and also physical assistance. This can be through your husband, through friends, through even a doula. If you hired a doula during your labor, or even if you didn't, you can actually hire a doula postpartum to help with any sort of needs you might have postpartum with you and your baby. So that's actually more of where my doula ended up helping me with my second birth, because she wasn't able to be there during the actual birth because it all happened so rapidly. So her assistance with me postpartum was actually very invaluable. So that's something to think about for sure if that is within your budget. And if you don't have that within your budget, definitely lean on the people that you are close to around you, and don't be afraid to ask for help, even from a neighbor. Maybe this is time to get to know your neighbor. And I know me personally, I can be really bad at asking or accepting help, but this is a really critical time to be accepting help, especially if people are offering it to you. Sometimes people just don't know what to do and they're looking for direction on how to be able to help you. And a lot of times people want to see the baby afterwards because they want to see a cute newborn baby. But a lot of times, probably most times, mothers need a lot of help. And if you are someone who's wanting to help your friend out watching this video, it's really important. Just do the dishes for your friend, do the laundry, try to get things ready, whatever your new mom friend needs, because it is so difficult with a newborn. Even if you have the support, it is really, really difficult because newborns are so needy. They are constantly needing to feed and be changed and everything. So anything you can do to help a new mom is just so important, especially because new moms, it's really critical the first 40 days for healing, and nursing, breastfeeding is so demanding on the mother's body, and then also just giving birth too. So it's just all these new things with the mom that they're needing to heal and replenish and nourish themselves and their new baby, or babies if they have multiples. And I just really want to emphasize this first point because we really need to learn to rely on each other. In the American culture, it's all about being independent, and that's great in a lot of ways, but in some ways it's not so great, because in this postpartum period especially, we really need support from the people around us, people who love us. So please try to accept that support, and please, friends of people who are new moms or just gave birth, please support them in more ways than just seeing their new baby. The second tip I have is having lots of fluids, especially filtered water. So in my household, we use a Berkey filter to filter our water. And so I would say if you as a mom are going to be alone all day, just you and your baby or you and your kids, you might want to get yourself, maybe when you're free, or have your husband, friend, whoever it is, mom, fill up the Berkey filter for you, and also fill up pitchers and water bottles around the house for you to have them in different places so you're not constantly having to fill up water for yourself when your baby's crying, needing you. And yeah, just especially if you're nursing, it's so important for you to get those fluids in, lots of water. Number 3, ideally you want to prep this before birth, but have freezer meals ready to go, just ready to be heated up and eaten, because it is so difficult to just do basic things when you have a newborn. Just those first few weeks especially, or even the first couple months, it's just very, very difficult to get anything done. So having those ready-made meals are so important. So if you haven't had your baby yet, if you're getting close, start making some extra meals. If you're not going to have anybody to help you, then definitely prep those meals ahead of time before the baby comes, like a couple months in advance at least. And the easiest way to do that is every single time you're making a meal for yourself or your family, just double the recipe and then freeze half of it. Just do that. If you're gonna have support, that's even better. So maybe even if you're planning on having support, still do those extra freezer meals in case your support falls through. But if you're gonna have that support, great. Have your mother or whoever it is make those meals for you, because you really shouldn't be working hard in those first 40 days, 6 weeks period. It's so important to rest and just nourish you and your baby. It's important to have as much help as you can, possibly, like I said before. You can also maybe sign up for a meal train, or just ask friends, family around you, maybe like, oh, can you guys have a meal train set up for you? Or maybe people are already doing that for you. That would be wonderful. There are meal services you can sign up for. This is also another way a doula can help you, maybe before giving birth or after giving birth. Maybe they can help you make those freezer meals before giving birth, or maybe afterwards they can help make those meals for you while you're taking care of your baby. Number 4, set up stations around the house. So maybe you can have like a little basket that you can pick up and carry around with you when you're carrying your baby around, if you're gonna have to go to a different part of the house. Or you can have like multiple stations set up on like tables. You can have that basket there, and so on that table or basket, it's a good idea to have a water bottle or a water pitcher there for you to keep filling up your water. Have like snacks around, because when you're breastfeeding, you're having to eat like an extra 500 calories a day typically. I know, I remember in that newborn period, I was so hungry. I was ravenous like all the time, and I was losing weight at the same time, but I was constantly hungry. So have your nursing pillow ready to go, or other pillows for support if you need them. I really like my Breast Friend because it has a buckle that can go around the back and be adjusted, and it's just an overall really supportive, nice pillow. Have some diapers, wipes, and diaper cream ready to go in these different stations or baskets. TV remote if you're watching TV, books for you to read if you're bored, receiving blankets, I guess your phone too if you need that, or computer, just to, I know when I had my first child, I was trying to work on a bunch of blog posts while I was nursing her at the same time. So I have my computer near me, trying to work at the same time. And you can have your husband, your friend, or caretaker help set up these stations before they leave the house and before you're by yourself, because it's like really hard when you're by yourself to get some of this stuff done. And I guess it can kind of depend on what stage in life you're at too, because if this is your first child, I say this with experience, it'll be a little bit easier, because once you have more than one child, you're having to not just take care of your newborn, but also your other child or children. and it just gets a little more difficult, especially if both are in diapers. So that basket or area is going to kind of depend on what your needs are as a mother or what you're having to provide for your children. There's some moms who also homeschool their children, so that adds another factor into there. So maybe if you're homeschooling your children, then you want to also have some of those materials as an instructor you would need to help with your kids. So just kind of think about what your overall needs are, and then get your husband, friend, mom, caretaker to help you with that. And the last tip I would have is that have your meals ready to go, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have them like ready to go in the fridge, just ready to be heated up, and that's all you have to do. So that's why it's really important to have those freezer meals ready to go. You can even do this for breakfast. I know typically, like in normal life, I make fried eggs for myself for breakfast and scrambled eggs for my kids, but maybe for this area in life, you want to have like frozen oatmeal or oatmeal bakes ready to go, or egg bakes ready to go, egg casserole, whatever you want to call it. And you can make those in advance when you're making your freezer meals, or when your doula, whoever, can help you make those freezer meals. So yes, you can do that with breakfast too. And you can definitely do that for lunch and dinner as well. And especially during this period, you should be having more warming, soothing foods that can be heated up anyway. Definitely try to avoid salads and raw foods during this time. I think I've talked about that on another video. Definitely one of my blog posts, I have talked about that, about postpartum healing. And that's kind of a win-win situation, because it's really a lot more work to prep a salad or something raw like that, whereas something that is warming, you just need to pop into the toaster oven or maybe onto a pot on the stove to heat up, like a soup or a stew. Those are the kind of things that you want to be eating postpartum, because it's a really important healing process. Anyway, I hope you have found all these tips to be helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I just encourage you, if you are not a mom, you're just a friend or a family member, to please try to help those new moms and offer your assistance as much as possible to them, because maybe they're afraid of asking for help like me. So just try to offer all the kindness you can and help. And until next time, bye, and may God bless you and your family.